Welcome everybody to the Pink Ribbon Roller Coaster. We're so glad you're joining us today. I have a special guest today. Her name is Edie Tolbert. She's a good friend of Project 31, and she's agreed to come on today and talk to us about her personal story with breast cancer, but also she has an amazing project called the Stonebrook Project, and I'm going to let her tell us a little bit more about that. But first of all, I just want to say welcome, Edie. Thanks for coming and being on with us.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me.
Okay, so first off, let's just talk about your personal journey with breast cancer first.
So in 2008, I received a diagnosis of stage 0 DCIS, breast cancer. It was contained within my breast, did not travel to my lymph nodes, so I did a single mastectomy, did not have to do radiation or chemotherapy, but it was still about 2 years from start to finish. I had 3 surgeries during that time, and just knew because of the outpouring that I had from friends and family and my church that I wanted to find a way to give back. And that's how the Stonebrook Project was birthed.
Okay, so tell me, what is the Stonebrook Project?
So we are a nonprofit. The foundation was Stonebrook Day Spa. We provided complimentary spa services for women that were going through cancer. After about 2 years, we extended it to men just because cancer's cancer. And so we provided complimentary oncology massage therapy to men and women who are currently in treatment for cancer.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I wish that I would have had a resource like that when I was going through my journey. How did you come up with that vision specifically? Like, that was that something that you needed and wanted, or like?
I knew that I liked going to the spa when I was all taped up, bandaged up, couldn't wash my hair, couldn't lean over the sink to wash my hair. So my hairstylist invited me down to wash my hair, and that was a game changer for me. So I knew that the little things that we were kind of took for advantage, that we were going to need help. And so because of that one incident, I knew that I wanted to do something. The spa that I was going to was closing and wasn't able to work out a deal with buying them. I always wanted to be a business owner and entrepreneur, but that didn't work out. And so I talked it over with my husband and I said, this is what I want to do. He thought I was crazy. And then God showed up and he said, you could have a sanctuary. You could use this as a sanctuary for other people that are going through cancer. And so one thing led to another. And 6 years after we opened, we launched the project and started raising funds to pay for the services. Before that, it came out of my budget directly. And so just had to find another pathway to fund it so that we could, because the need is great. It's not getting any smaller. There's still a lot of people out there being affected by cancer, and I just want to help them navigate it and get to the other side. And when you have a holistic with traditional treatment, it tends to help a lot more and help you feel some control. Of course, relaxation helps with the fatigue, the nausea, all the things. It just really helps people get to the other side.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. There's multiple different modalities that I think that can bring us the healing that we desperately need. And I think it's amazing too that you have a unique perspective being a survivor. So you understand really what it is that we need and want.
Yes.
So talk to me about some of the services that are offered at the spa.
So when we originally started, we had manicures, pedicures, facials, massage therapy, body treatments, and we offered everything, even to the cancer clients. What we really focused on in the last 3 years is the oncology massage therapy, where my massage therapists are certified in oncology massage, so they are very aware of chemo, radiation, port placement, surgery sites. And so they can really provide a compassionate, specialized service, mostly being massage therapy, that really benefits the person walking through cancer. Now, there are other people that don't want to be touched, and so we offer the others any other service to them. We just want them to be able to come to a place. They walk in, they see other cancer clients, they feel very at home. It's a well-oiled machine that we've built here at Stonebrook Day Spa. Yeah.
And I've been there before, and it is amazing. So, is it you don't have to have cancer and you can still come, or it's only cancer?
So 90% of what we do is for paying clients. 10% is what we do for the cancer clients because we are on site at two different cancer centers here in Tulsa metro area, that we provide like a hand and foot massage for somebody that's doing their chemo treatment. We do chair massages for patients before they go in and get their radiation. So there's a couple of different things that we do, but 10% of what we do here at the spa is directly impacting cancer patients.
So, if I'm a cancer patient, how would I get connected to you and apply to have the services?
So you go to the stonebrookproject.org. There is a link on there where you fill out a referral form, and then that comes directly to the manager here at the spa, and then she'll reach out to you and get all the information that we need and get you set up on the schedule.
That's amazing. I mean, like I said, I've been there before, and it was incredible just to
Thank
not
you.
feel like you're weird, and
Hmm.
that when you walk in, knowing that somebody understands the situation that you're in, and you don't necessarily have to go into this long, drawn out explanation, but they get it.
Right.
So, well, tell me, like, what's on the horizon? I mean, you obviously are a dreamer, entrepreneur, woman of faith, and God has a lot of
Yes.
things in your heart. I know that.
So my vision, my dream is to be in every cancer center here in the Tulsa metro area. Stevenson Cancer Center is coming to Tulsa, which we're very excited at. And I've already visited with them about a potential partnership with them, being on site with them, because I think what they throw into the mix is they want to have a supportive care unit like mental health, massage therapy, support groups. Just it's the whole thing, and so I'm really excited about that. We've got two other cancer centers here in town that we're working on partnerships with. For me, it's being where the cancer patients are. A lot of them can't get to the spa, and so being on site where they're receiving treatment, I want to be in all the chemo rooms. I want to be in all the radiation sites. Like at OCSRI, we're only in the chemo infusion room right now, but they have radiation downstairs, so I'd like to be downstairs where the patients are going and getting their treatment. So just having enough resources with massage therapists to be able to be every cancer center so that we can touch a lot of lives. That's my hope and my dream.
That's amazing. And you're across the board. It's not just specific to breast. Like you
No.
serve all cancer.
Mostly, like 52% of the people we serve here at the spa are breast cancer, just because it's number one for women. It's one of the top four cancers. So the majority of who we serve are breast cancer, but um, we're serving as many people as we can, regardless of what type of cancer you have.
I love that because our hearts are definitely in alignment when it comes to just loving
Mm.
people and trying to provide whatever resources that they
Yes.
need. And as you said, you are in the Tulsa metro area.
Right.
Now tell them a little bit too. You also lead a support group as well for all
Hmm.
cancer. So tell me, like, what does your support group look like?
So our support group is the men and women, of course, that are going through cancer, and then their caregivers or their person that's helping walk through it. We provide dinner at the beginning because if you feed them, they will come. And so we do that, and it also lends itself to a time of fellowship. So they get to know each other, they build some relationships, they support each other outside the group, and so then we have conversation and we talk about who's your doctor, what type of chemo are you getting, what can I expect for radiation. It's just all those questions that don't have the time to be answered when you're going to your appointments. And so people that have gone through the experience can jump in and say, with this type of chemo, you can expect this. And these are the side effects that I experienced. And drink a red slushy before you go and get your chemotherapy. It'll help prevent. mouse sores. So it's all those kinds of things. It's just like-minded people coming together and being a community.
That's awesome. And I'm sure now, I'm like me, whenever you invite people to come and they don't know one another, it can be a little bit awkward at first, and you're kind of the glue that's holding everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
But over time, like you said, as you create space, people start to build their own relationship too.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you are definitely kingdom minded. And so I'm
Yes.
sure that's really the intention, is to.
Well, and that's so funny that you say that, because the reason I started this group is because we had community small groups at church, and I loved that philosophy. And I thought, "Oh, we should do that one of those for the cancer folks." And so that's how it all got started.
That's, I mean, we are so much alike that I really, my heart whenever I first started Project 31 was the same, really just to try to create space for people to feel the love of Christ really through community.
Mm-hmm.
I think that also as patients too, we can never discount the value of being around other survivors. And I think that's the hard part too. I don't know if you would agree that whenever you first meet survivors, oftentimes they're like, no, I have my family and my friends, and which is true, but there's just a different level of support and camaraderie that comes when you're in an environment with
And
other survivors.
don't you hear that within the support groups? Once they come and they experience, that's what they tell you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and that's why it's so hard, I feel like, to quantify what we do, because you cannot, it's hard to put a number on life change or the impact of your heart. And so that's where, it's the stories, it's the
Mm-hmm.
testimonies of the people who are being benefiting from the community.
Yes, I totally agree. And for us, we do invite the caregivers, because I tried to start a caregiver group. That one was a little bit harder, so I just invited them to the group, and so they support one another, and they also sit and listen to the other stories within the group, and it gives them a whole new perspective. So it's very beneficial for them as well. And at some point, I would love to start a support group for caregivers, because they need somebody to talk to too. They need to talk to other caregivers to understand that they're not the only one. They do have other people that can support them as well. One of the other things that we're looking at is a legacy group, because we have people that have outgrown what we're doing now. They can't connect with a newbie, but they still want to maintain those relationships. So we're looking at bringing those folks together once a quarter and just having dinner, just having fellowship. It's not so much about talking about what they've been through, but they've made those connections, they've built that community, and they still need that camaraderie. So we're looking at something like that in the future.
I love that. And I agree with you too. The caregivers, I feel like, so often are overlooked.
Hmm.
And what they're going through is significant as well. And there's so much
Right.
burden that they carry. Obviously, we are the patient, we are going through hard things too, but
Mhm.
they are too. And that's a lot to
Exactly.
try to watch your loved one go through that. Like you, at first, men are always welcome to come to our groups as
Hmm.
well, but I found that like a lot of times they don't necessarily think they're welcome or they feel awkward. But
Hmm.
what we've started, like I have to have a designated night where husbands are, like my husband will be the speaker just to be able to get them in there. But then once they
Right.
come and then Steve starts to talk, they realize, oh, okay, he's not weird, this isn't weird, we can talk about this, and then they start to talk. But
Right.
I agree with you, that's a huge, I think, area that's being missed, with some
Yeah.
intentionality to provide support specifically to caregivers.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'm just so grateful for you. I'm grateful for your heart, for your willingness to serve and I think, create something beautiful out of what was trying to be destructive. And you've been a great partner, I know, to Project 31, especially in Tulsa, but you've been an inspiration to me too, just to watch somebody who will go after it and try to do something good for the kingdom. So I just appreciate you coming on today and sharing your story with us.
Well, Sarah, same. I feel the same way about you. I think that God has brought us together. He doesn't waste anything, and He has created something really good between Project 31 and through the Stonebrook Project, to really just help the people that are walking through cancer. And I appreciate everything that you've done. And I'm so glad that we met and that we can support each other, it's a huge thing.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll have you on again soon.
Okay, thank you so much.